When I left my home country and moved to the UK at the age of 22, I had to build a brand new life for myself, starting from university. I knew a lot of international students struggle with homesickness and the fear of not fitting in, of not being good enough. And I knew that I had to find a way to battle those feelings before I let them get to me. So the first issue I was facing back then, and one that still sometimes pops up and I have to destroy, is the feeling that I'm not doing enough. I started asking myself a bunch of questions. What does doing enough even mean? Am I setting my own definition, or am I letting other people decide what doing enough means? Are my expectations based on what I want out of life and what my goals are, or are they based on what I think other people expect of me? Or what other people appear to be doing? Considering my circumstances, how realistic are my expectations? Well, I decided that doing enough, for me, simply means getting out of bed and completing one task per day. And without even noticing, one task turned into 2, 3, and so on. But that one task had to be in addition to my schedule and my responsibilities to other people. Every night before bed, I would open up my journal and write in bullet points what I've done during the day. Went to class, did laundry, talked to my mom, painted my nails, and I would look at it and say, I've had a good day. I've done things. Sometimes the list was just showered, washed the dishes. Good. The day was not wasted. Gradually, I realized that every day I was indeed doing something that benefits me or someone else, and that for me is enough. At some point, I stopped feeling the need to write those things down, and I moved on knowing that I was not wasting my time and I am doing enough. Oops. Another issue I had, and this was specifically related to university, was that I was getting overwhelmed by all of the deadlines and attendance records. I needed to constantly be reminded when my deadlines were, because I tend to lose track of time. So I would draw calendars by hand, circle in red the deadlines, hang them up on my wall for 2 to 3 months in advance, and I would cross the days as they went. This is something I still do. I even scheduled when I could skip a seminar and still maintain a good record of attendance, because I needed the flexibility to skip class when I really felt I needed a break. I need to have the reminders in my face all the time, watching me, judging me, demanding my attention, keeping me accountable.
All right, I'm going to teach you a little something about jazz hands.
Exercise helps with mental health. We have all heard this by now. There's plenty of research about it. And the key thing for me was to find the type of exercise that I really enjoy and I can consistently do. I have never been a gym girl. I really do hate going to the gym. The atmosphere feels very cold and unwelcoming for me, and I feel very self-conscious.
What makes you want to join my bodybuilding gym?
Don't say peer pressure, don't say peer pressure, don't say peer pressure. Peer pressure! I mean fitness!
My form of exercise has always been dancing. For 10 years, my life revolved around dancing, as I built my whole work and study schedule to fit around my hobby. I have calmed down now, mainly because I no longer have the luxury to practice 5 to 6 days per week, 4 to 6 hours per day, because adult responsibilities suck. But I dance at home, stretch, and do home workouts. I think people should really experiment more with the types of exercise they do, because if you're simply going to the gym because people tell you that you should go, but you really don't like it, it takes you a lot of effort to go, and it becomes another type of mental load, then I think it'd be way more productive and better for your mental health if you actively look for other types of exercise and find the one that you do enjoy, or more than one that you do enjoy. But that's just my personal experience. I stopped feeding my body trash. I'm not a nutritionist, so I'm not going to give you diet advice. It's not my place to do so. But there are so many resources and experts out there, so please do your research and eat properly. Scientists are not joking when they say that eating healthy will help boost your mental health. We're all going to die, and that is the one certainty in life. How, when, and why is what we don't know. We have this one life and a limited amount of time, so why are we trying to shorten the amount of time we have by eating trash? Think about that. One of the main concepts of productivity is that you work and then you reward yourself. However, I learned I was interpreting that wrong. Resting is not a reward, it's a need. A reward is taking a 10-minute break after working for an hour to do something I enjoy, or something that will help me clear my mind a bit, and then do another hour of work. It's meant to boost my productivity. It's not meant as a rest. When your eyes hurt from too much screen time, when you have a headache, when your body feels too exhausted to move, when you are sick, stop. Listen to your body. Rest. Reset. So with this mood lighting, our next topic is sleep. When I was young, it used to be cool to stay up late and only sleep for 4 hours per day, especially in the gaming community. I stayed up and played until 3 AM and then I woke up and went to school at 7. Well, I played until 5 in the morning. My friends and I even used to go to PC clubs and play from 10 PM until 8 AM. And don't get me wrong, it was awesome. I have great memories from that. But would I do it again? Maybe once a year. My first couple of years at uni, I used to be proud of myself for pulling all-nighters and submitting an essay 2 hours before a deadline, even like 1 minute before a deadline, or taking an exam on only 3 hours of sleep. But then I realized that I was actually just harming myself by doing that. Because getting proper sleep helps your brain and your cognitive ability. It will boost your concentration and memory, it will affect your mood, and so on and so forth. Sleeping properly is important. Don't ignore your body when it tells you it's time to go night-night. To be fair, I have never been a yes person. And I think it's very important not to be a yes person. I am 100% a no person. That doesn't mean that if you say, let's go to the beach on Sunday, I will say no. It means that if you say, let's go to the beach on Sunday and get drunk, or let's go to the beach on Sunday, but I have a deadline that's 3 days away, I will 100% say no, and you will not convince me otherwise. In my teenage years and early 20s, I encountered a lot of peer pressure, but I refused to succumb to it. I grounded myself in the knowledge of who I am, what I like and dislike, what I believe to be morally good or bad, healthy and unhealthy, and when people asked me to move in a direction opposite to what I want and believe, I did not move. And if people in my life decide to ignore me because of that, or judge me, or demand that I do move, then I don't need those people. This has nothing to do with getting out of my comfort zone, changing my opinions and beliefs, and trying out new things. But it has everything to do with protecting my inner peace and chasing my goals. I just take time to appreciate the small things. The sun shining through the window and making the room glow with its golden colors. The sound of the falling rain. The trees' leaves shaking in the wind. The contrast between the blue skies and the color of the trees. That's enough to make me feel happy at any time. And it's beautiful and I'm alive to see it. And I think about the people I love and those who love me and the things I enjoy. And I am grateful that we all exist at the same time. I find the biggest joy in being kind and helping people. I've taught dance for more than 10 years, and the feeling of seeing my team members grow and improve with each rehearsal and each performance was absolutely exhilarating. Being a good friend, one that listens and offers advice and is loyal and trustworthy. Being kind to strangers every day. Making way for parents with their kids. Saying thank you and have a lovely day to the cashier at the supermarket, the barista, the coffee shop, the waiter at the restaurant, holding the door for someone. Small, basic daily acts of kindness. No one is stopping me from being kind to others and showing gratitude. Because of my years performing on stage and always being a good student, I was stuck in this idea that everything I did had to be award-worthy and perfect. That I had to be better than this person and that person. There was no place in my life for failure. Thinking that way resulted in me putting a tremendous amount of pressure on myself and connecting my self-worth to success. It also led to me constantly judging other people and therefore thinking that other people were constantly judging me. And it led to me being scared to take even the most calculated risk. Once I realized that all of these issues were stemming from my ego, I had to gradually learn how to let go. And once I let go, all sorts of doors started opening to me. I learned that it's not important to be better than someone else. What's important is that each day I'm a tiny bit better than the person I was yesterday. Once I let go of my ego, I changed my way of thinking from failure is not an option to giving up is not an option. I learn best by finding ways to overcome the obstacles I face, so I think of them as side quests I have to take in order to level up on my way to completing the main quest. Even through being unemployed, even through living paycheck to paycheck, even when I had to spend most of my time at home because I couldn't afford to go out with my friends or explore the city I'm in. I know that all of these sacrifices and obstacles are leading me to achieve what I want to achieve, and they cannot knock me down. They can only make me stronger and wiser. I already mentioned this briefly when I was talking about healthy eating, but truly reminding myself every day that tomorrow is not guaranteed is at the core of my happiness, of my drive to live every day to the best I can, to refuse to be anything but a good and happy person. I hope someone found this helpful. This is part 1 of a series of life-related videos I'm planning on making. I don't know when the next one is going to be uploaded, as these take a considerable amount of time to make, but if you would like to see what's next in these life navigating self-discovery videos, then just click the subscribe button. We're all in this together, and if you would like to share where you are on your path to happiness, please do. I would love to hear about your own personal philosophy, or if you subscribe to a certain philosophy school, or just what makes you happy. So yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Waiting for the time to run out. Waiting.